This is a live look at David Booth Memorial Stadium in Lawrence, Kansas. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration. Senior Day. BYU about to kick it off as we get this game started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Jayhawks offense will go on the attack first. And we get our first look at Dylan Edwards. Last time out, scored a touchdown just under 100 yards in their victory. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. All right, guys, let's chat about Kansas. They've climbed into the top 15, reached a little bit of a checkpoint, haven't they? Playoff is 12 teams. But it's right about this range that people start tuning in to see what you can do, to see if you're the real deal. Isn't that right, David?
Yeah, and cheering against you, right? Like a lot of times because their teams are doing well or competing with you. But let's see if the squad can build on the momentum. Starting to get some momentum, some love now, Jesse. How do they handle that?
I'm excited to see how this team is going to finish, too, because we know they've got talent. They've got guys that can take the game over. The question I have now moving forward, can they do it on the biggest stages? And today, it's about as big as it gets.
The Jayhawks have it with a 1st and 10. Trying play action. Fires complete on the crosser. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Jayhawks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll move the wide receiver. The run inside. It's Edwards. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you square your prominent jawline and go straight ahead to get it. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
These are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically.
Maybe a crease. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Jayhawks.
And that's a great job finishing the drive, but man, I got to go back. I love the 4th down call. Being aggressive, first drive of the football game for this offense. They set a tone, they cap it off, they create momentum to start.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So the BYU Cougars offense gets to come out for its first possession of the game. And here comes L.J. Martin. This guy's one of the best running backs in all of college football, and he'll get the rock in this one. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the...
Turning it on! Rams him with the stiff arm. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Pressure coming. Blasted as he lets it go. Not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
He snuffed out behind the line again, went right back to the well and got the same bad result. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Working the middle. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. 4th down and 1, and they'll go for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Short completion on 1st down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. Motion from the wideout. The play action fake. Makes the catch. It's Pickett. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
To the air, it's Marshall. The throw to the outside is complete. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. The Jayhawks will have it 1st and 10. This quarterback part of their running game. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. And the pass goes incomplete, but the flag is down, and this one might be on the offense. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. And now let's see what they come up with on 3rd down after that incompletion. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He's going to take off. And the defense is there to stop him short of the 1st down. And the Jayhawks decide to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as this offense tries to grind out some yardage. 6-yard pickup on 1st down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. Keep it on the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. 3rd and 6 yards to go. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. To throw, it's Bachmeier. Unloads it left. He's got it. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. Making side adjustments here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Lions.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The Cougars back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Escapes the pressure to his right. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. So now it's 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Martin. He's there to make the stop.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder.
It's complete. They will score. Touchdown, Cougars. Looking for the tie with the extra point. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off season to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Jayhawks rock out to start this drive. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Trying to make magic with his feet. The defense is there, and a great job to keep him from getting to that 1st down marker. He's hard to get a handle on. It'll be 4th and short. Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Running into the open space. There he goes. That kind of play will get a drive started or help your field position. They've got it at the 27. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Fires to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Bachmeier. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Look, got a little grass. Picks up the 1st down. Delivers the stiff arm. Give him 109 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Now we get a timeout called by the Jayhawks. It's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Power ahead. Touchdown, Cougars! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll move the tight end. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll run the option. The option, the keeper. The give to the back. Still running at the 40. Oh, he's got some space. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Edwards. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Makes a catch. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
There's got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. Great job by the back on the option.
Well, that was a huge touchdown late here in the first half for their confidence offensively. They want to be able to keep this thing close, obviously, or take the lead going into the second half. So if they kick the extra point here, you tie it up. But you've also got the option here to be aggressive and try and take the lead with a 2-point conversion. We'll see what they do.
On the run from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking to throw, it's Bachmeier. Caught over the middle, it's Bachmeier. They bring him down, but not before he gets a 1st down at the 35. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Unloads to the wideout. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Oh, man, you don't see many of those anymore. Nowadays, the gloves are so good, the hands are so good. You don't see a lot of drop passes. Missed opportunity there for the receiver.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. He lobs one high down the left side. Upstairs, he's got it. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with Baylor in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Texas Tech Red Raiders.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. Breaks into the open. He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one. The Cougars, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Lyons.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, you got to love the fact that your quarterback is dialed in.
And BYU will get the 1st down.
What a run by their tailback, and simply one of the best in the entire country. And his ability to make people miss is the reason why, guys. That's one thing that's just not coachable. You have it or you don't. That was something they identified in him when they were recruiting him to come play in this offense, and now it's come to fruition. Defenses have such a hard time bringing him down. This defense is going to have to do a better job gang tackling as this game goes on.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. Lets it fly. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
Touchdown, BYU! With that, they grab the lead here in the second half. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. They marched 72 yards, and they finished it off with the score from the 4. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Looking deep. Makes the grab on the right. Flips the field in an instant, and he has it down to the 25-yard line.
This offense not wasting any time. First play of the third quarter, and they're aggressive, taking a shot. You know they had some conversations in the locker room at halftime. How can we get a big one right out of the gate? Defense isn't going to be expecting it. They took the shot, they hit it, and this offense is humming.
The Jayhawks headed quickly to the line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Second down, he'll throw it. Unloads to the right. Got his man. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Kansas. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Line gets set, first down. Looking for a man, it's Bachmeier. Throws to the wideout. That's caught, it's Bachmeier. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking for a gap, it's Martin. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101.
There's a crease. Got enough for the first. Into the house. Touchdown, BYU. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
The Kansas offense out there poised and ready to go to work. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. Turning it on! He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. Pulls it on the option. Makes it past the marker. On the move at the 30. Off to the races to the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
From inside the 10, here he comes. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Makes it past the marker. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. To the air, it's Buckmeyer. Under fire. Complete downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. And the Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. He's got his man across the middle. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. BYU has this offense clicking. On the run, it's Martin. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Complete to the right. Runs through a man, and he might have some space. And he scores! Touchdown, Cougars!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Finds a tight end. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25. Late in the season, time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Runs through a tackle.
It's just so nice as a coaching staff when you've got quarterbacks who make good decisions. And on a 2nd and short play, you're throwing it, you're trying to catch the defense napping, you might take a shot, nothing there. Go get it yourself. Make the right decision to keep it, not pay.
Might have a chance. He's at the 40. At the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Jayhawks. The Jayhawks with the response.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Extra point here will tie the game. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he finished with a 64-yard sprint to the house. On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. There he goes. Powers through. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Cougars. And they've moved out front here in the fourth. The Cougars with the immediate response.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his fourth trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
He'll bring it out. It's Parker. Makes a move. He stopped right there. Oh, he might have been a step away from taking that one a long way. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Marshall. Got it in the middle. It's McMillan. And he won't quite get there. But, boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. And the Jayhawks come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Pickett. An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion. Now 2nd and 2. Caught behind the line. It's Pickett. Spins away. Maybe some room here. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. From the red zone, it's Edwards. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
On the snap, it's Edwards. And they drop him for a loss, but there are penalty markers on the field. Let's check out the call. When you're trying to protect a lead, you just simply cannot have a personal foul penalty at this stage in the game. The Jayhawks have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Trying to slam in. And he's in. Touchdown, Rock Chalk. The Jayhawks with the response.
And that is how you end a drive. That is what you want from your running back. Lower the boom. Lower your shoulders, wrap up that football, fall forward, and get into the end zone. That is how it's done.
And he needs this one for the tie, and he's got it. We're locked up in the 4th. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Kansas offense returns to the field. And now this offense needs a late 4th quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. The offense has a chance, down 1 possession in the 4th. Hold and fire complete. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. Using him out of the slot, he has just been unstoppable.
And I love putting dynamic athletes in the slot that I can move around, that I can put in motion, that I can make him go in or out. I can put him off the ball so you can't get hands on him, and they've really featured this guy today.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the fourth quarter. We've got an opportunity, one possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Tight end now in motion. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Pucks it out of the air. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. And the Jayhawks come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Dropping back, it's Marshall. Still looking, on the move. Quarterback gets the first down. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Now we get a timeout called by the Jayhawks. It's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build a little momentum, get the right play called after picking up the first down. We'll send the tight end in motion. Motion from the wide receiver. Run in the red zone, it's Edwards. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Kansas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Jayhawks with the response.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down 1 late. Do you want to just kick the extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback if he has to throw it here to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play, 2nd and long from the 11. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Got him downfield. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
Man, the clock is not our friend right now. The first down stops it. That is great. We got to get some chunk yardage plays, make some hay while this clock's running out.
Well, they don't connect on that throw, but you're seeing the 2-minute drill live and in full effect for this offense, something they practice each and every single week, looking for the sidelines, using the clocks, understanding the timeout situation. But these are plays they feel like they can run in their sleep to put themselves.
And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And he takes it all the way down to the 26-yard line. Kansas will take a timeout. That's their second. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. Now the Jayhawks have exhausted their complement of timeouts. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. Hands it off. They'll bring him down right at the 20-yard line, and a 4th down looms and decision time for this offense. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And it's good! A huge field goal, and they've taken the lead in the waning seconds.
Big-time moment. This place going bananas, cheering for their squad, cheering for this guy to miss the kick so he can't take the lead, but he delivers in the clutch, and this place just got really quiet.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. They tried to get the wall set up for him, not quite enough for the huge play, but a good job to give his offense some breathing room. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Paul.